Dan Frostfoot Fight Talk, and I am joined by trainer Billy Nelson. How are you, Billy?
I'm fine, thanks, Dan.
Excellent. So, Martin's got a fight coming up, October the 13th at the historic York Hall. So, he'll be facing American Michael Hunter, who will be no stranger to fight fans. He's only lost one fight to unified cruiserweight champion Alexander Usyk. So how did Michael Hunter as an opponent come up?
A few names were mentioned to us, and I thought he would be the best option. He's the best of probably the three or four that we were given. He's, as he said at a press conference, he's boxed at heavyweight in the early part of his career, and he's boxed at heavyweight after he fought Usyk. He gave Usyk a decent fight. You know, it was ahead after maybe three and a half rounds,
yeah.
And then Alexander Usyk's skill set took over, work rate, better fighter, but he's going to get that for the first round here against a guy with the same skill set but bigger, 56 pound heavier, and when he gets hit, he'll stay hit.
Yeah, I mean, you've clearly studied Hunter, so you've got a particular game plan, which I'm sure you can't elaborate on camera, but do you have a game plan you're going to
Yes.
to go by?
Yes.
Yeah. Martin was last seen out live on Channel 5 taking out DL Jones in a round, which was quite a statement really in heavyweight division, because this was the same guy that Daniel Dubois took 3 rounds to 4 months previous to dispatch. Is that kind of the nature of that result? Do you think that sends a huge statement out to the rest of the heavyweights currently?
Not really, no. He got hit, the boy Jones got hit with an exceptionally good check left hook, and then a really, really good right uppercut just after the first count. Not many guys will take that and stay up against him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was unfit then, you know. He was only about maybe 75% fit. He was 19 stone 4. He'd only came back for the Congo 3 or 4 weeks.
Right.
And we sparred Daniel for maybe 2 weeks of that, you know. So, but now he's super sharp now, and we've got 3 weeks more. We've got 2 spars, Thursday, Friday with AJ, and then we'll go down and spar Hughie Fury for a week, and then we'll bring somebody up to Scotland just to save the travelling, and he can be in his own bed, you know, for that the last week of sparring, which is important to him.
Yeah.
And then we'll be down here for the last week.
Well, you've been very vocal on social media and banging the drum for Martin Bakoles, who you rate very highly. What is it exactly with Martin that makes you feel he can go all the way?
He's got a fantastic, for a heavyweight, he's got a fantastic skill set, great speed, very powerful, good feet work. But the most important thing that he's got is an absolutely fantastic boxing brain, which you rarely see in the heavyweight division. And if many top trainers have said to me after watching him, what an absolute fantastic fighter. Somebody's actually said he's the best heavyweight they've seen for 15 years. Right. A well respected man in our sport.
Really? Can you elaborate on that?
No. But
I thought I'd ask.
They did say that.
Yeah, that's good. So should Martin safely negotiate past Hunter on the 13th, what would you like, where would you like him to go next? Would you like him to go straight to world level, or is that potentially a few fights away?
No, he's world level now. He's world level right now. Martin Bakoles would fight anybody anybody in the planet at heavyweight.
Yeah.
There's not anybody that wouldn't fight. You know, with the fullest respect to the top guys, you know, he would fight them, no problem. And you know, I've already asked for fights like Joe Joyce. You know, he's run away to America. He wants nothing. Nothing. The good fighter that he is, he would knock him out. He would knock him out.
Speaking of America, another question I was going to ask you. Obviously, the heavyweight scene here is thriving domestically. Would travelling to the States be an option to raise his profile for Martin, if need be?
Of course it would fight, you know, as long as there was a good name, somebody like Miller.
Yeah.
You know, Miller's, you know, reasonably well thought of. He's got a very high ranking for somebody that, you know, I think doesn't deserve the ranking that he's got. But we'd fight him and beat him with ease.
Yeah.
We'd beat him with ease. and then his profile here and abroad, and over in America would go through the roof. Then it'd be really hard to get my fight, wouldn't it? Even harder than what it is already. It's been a nightmare.
In the Who Wants Him club, isn't it?
Oh, very. He's a chairman.
Yeah. Well, you've obviously been sparring up in Sheffield against a certain Anthony Joshua. So, how's that experience been? Obviously more for Martin, and what do you think he's taken away from that?
See, the thing is, Martin's done about 80 rounds with Josh, and we're due to do maybe another 9, 18 this week. Done 9 last night. Martin's he's no a sparring partner. We're there for our benefit, as well as Josh's, because Josh, and I think Josh would agree with me when I say this, both of them have got fights coming up. Both of them are world-class fighters, and it's good for each other.
Yeah.
The two of them, they're making each other think more than they would against somebody that's just been brought in to, be specifically that, a sparring partner.
Yeah.
Somebody that just takes a lot of shots, and that's not what happens when they two spar.
Which is kind of why I was asking the experience that he's taken away at Martin's as a fighter.
It's a great experience for him, you know what I mean? But nothing that he can't and won't handle.
Yeah. How's Joshua looking in sparring?
Very good.
Yeah, sure.
Very good.
Yeah, he's got a particular very dangerous opponent. More than people realise in Alexander Povetkin, which is happening next Saturday. What's your thoughts on that fight?
I think Povetkin may cause him trouble in the first couple of rounds. Very strong on his left-hand side, left hooks, left to the body. But I think Josh's jab and speed could be and certainly his power. His punch is harder. Will eventually take its toll. And I believe he'll stop him maybe 8 or 9, 10.
Yeah. Shall I get down the bookies then, Billy?
Get down, get 1 point. No, listen, it's a hard fight, and he knows fine well it's a hard fight. You don't have a record like Povetkin's got without being a very good fighter.
Fundamentally, everything does well.
No, he does.
Brilliant record, amateur and pro.
But it just goes to prove that he can be hurt. David Price, who I feel was single punchedly, for a single punch, is the hardest puncher in my opinion in the world. I think but one punch isn't enough at times. But look at the devastating effect it had with that left hook that it hit me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it wasn't nice for David Cross.
If it had went in and maybe just another 20 seconds, David Price might be fighting it, Anthony Joshua.
This is nature of heavyweight boxing, isn't it?
Well,
one punch changes everything.
Very much so, much so. And David Price, a nicer guy you couldn't wish to meet. You'd be kicking yourself, wouldn't you? Another 20 seconds, it could have been me. Could have changed his life. Could have made himself millions to his family.
Billy, thanks for speaking to us. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
Safe travels back up to Sheffield, where you sparring again, Joshua.
Sheffield's that rough. The dogs are running about in packs.
You heard it here first, everyone. Billy, thanks again, and speak to you soon. Good luck for the 13th.
Cheers.
Thank you.